So it looked like Bucci Bear is back with more excuses. Again, I have to say I have no horse in the race. Jummy my dog. But I just want to see niggas fade. And it looks like Bucci is coming up with every excuse in the book on why he did not fade, defend his honor, or that black belt everybody talking about. What's the righteous word? It's your boy Gangland Neem, aka Neiman. I be for the E. Man, golly, I don't know y'all. Remember that. And we back with another video. New video. Shout out all my good subs. I appreciate y'all. Again, I have to lead this with, I have no horse in the race. It's all content for me. Again, if you bring it to the internet, especially stuff like this, because it's not that serious. No matter how, black belt, green belt. It's not that serious. It just isn't. If it's on the internet, I'm going to talk about it. You feel me? Y'all niggas know I don't do gang politics like that. So, Bucci Bear faking about the black belt. Jumby calling them out. I'm on it. Straight like that. But if this is your first time to the channel, like and describe off the back. Off the back, don't troll me. If this is your first time to the channel, shame on you. So look, a few things here. So we're going to do is we're going to get into Bucci, a piece of Bucci's response. I'll probably go live with this tonight. But a piece of Bucci's response on his own channel. Shout out Defiant Brandon. You know what I'm saying? That's bro's channel name and all that. We'll get into his response. And then I got a few fights because I looked up, like, everybody keep going Brandon Tucker. I didn't know that was his name or never paid attention to it because I think it's on his YouTube page. But so I looked up some of his fights or whatever, and I thought they was interesting. He has fought, and I'm going to show you that. But we can get to the response first. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought this was funny because it's just like, you know, I'm watching the comments everywhere, and they just like, yo, like, he looks bad. Why is he doing this wrong? And it's like, yeah, he does, and he's got to know that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to know this look crazy, bro. You calling out all LA podcasters. You calling out all your co-hosts at No Jumper. Niggas said he'll fade anybody at No Jumper. That was wild to me. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And also, Mr. Viral had spoke to him about this. Like, you keep putting this energy out there, that's the energy you going to get. I tell y'all that all the time. You know what I'm saying? The energy you put out into the atmosphere is the energy you'll receive, inevitably. So that's just what it is. But we going to get into Bucci's response. Bunch of excuses, Brandon. I'm like, man, low-key super disappointed. I can't lie. Everybody like, what you mean? What you thought? It's like, because he's like, you know, again, I met the man in real life at Marathon Burger where he was up there 4 fades. Just throwing that out there. He was up there 4 fades. I have to keep saying that. So he was all in niggas' cameras. Oh, we up here. Yeah, where you at, almighty? Just throwing it on there, you know. But I was disappointed that niggas ain't toss each other around in that damn garage. Straight up. But we going to get into Bucci Bear's response, see what he got to say about that. His title reads, Washed Up Muay Thai Fighter Claimed to Have 40K Home MMA Gym. I pulled up and this happened. Should have got down, man. You should have got down. He's slapping phones out your hand. He got fingers in your face. You know what I mean? You had Viral and Messiah there. They was going to hold it down. No matter what you say, I know they was. You're just being funny acting, and that's okay. You know, to each his own. I really don't know y'all relationship no way, to be honest. But let's get into this, y'all.
What is up, everybody? We are back in the building. We are going on our 3rd week of basically running the No Jumper universe and being the absolute infatuation of all of the No Jumper peanut gallery. Time and time again, they continue to host events. And time again, we end up being the belle of the ball. And it's not by due to any fault of our own. It's just, I guess, I don't know. I guess I just live a much more interesting life than like 95% of everyone who watches No Jumper. So
This is what I'm gonna say. First of all, why you call yourself the belle of the ball, right? This happens with every character on No Jumper. Y'all get a little time where something goes on because you get violated. And this is, yeah, it's me. It's the No Jumper man. Y'all know that, right? This is what happens up there. It's a new character. Character unlock. Ooh, they get up there. They see the people love them. They get bled. And then they're made content for until you're not popping no more. That's just what it is. So to act like this is anything other than the norm up there is crazy. You know what I'm saying? To say that you live a more interesting life than 90% of the people watching is wild too, because we don't even know anything about your life. Not trying to be like that or nothing. We don't really know nothing about your life because you don't talk about your life. I just barely found out bro was a Crip maybe a few weeks ago or whatever. So it's not really your life that they're talking about. It's your content on the internet. It's the things you do on No Jumper. How you always blackity black, talking about the blacks, talking about the Mexicans. Like you hate everybody colored. I'm going to just be real. That's why niggas talk about you. It's not like your interesting life. No disrespect to Brandon or anything. I don't want nobody to karate me or nothing like that. But it's not your interesting life. It's the antics online. Just throwing that out there.
they want to keep hanging around, checking on everything I'm doing, just to make sure that they don't miss anything. And so we started, I mean, this all started with the friendly body fade with Mikey during the No Jumper search for a host. That took off, went viral. The viral slip, I call it Slipgate. Obviously, all the people who dislike me and want to see me fail, they took that as the opportunity to say, yeah, Brandon got beat up, because they can't beat anyone up, let alone won't fight anyone, let alone are just weak, right? And so they want to try to take me down a peg, and that was fine. Who cares? And then we had the Figmunity World, right? Home of the pedophiles and slanderers.
That's crazy. Home of the pedos and slanders. That's wild. That's a wild statement right there. And where's your neck, Bucci? Where is your neck?
They started coming at me, challenging me about my black belt in jiu-jitsu, right? The situation with Mikey turned into everybody, you're not a real black belt in jiu-jitsu. So I extended the invitation to all LA podcasters. I said, look, man, you want to test the belt, come down to my gym. We can mix it up, and then you'll see if I'm a real black belt or not. As you guys can guess, not a single one of these tough guys who jump on the microphone in LA talking big shit came down, right? I
don't know what niggas beef with LA is. It's weird. I was going through Bucci's Instagram and I seen he had a post where he was at the Roscoe's on Main Street. He's like, had to come down here and see what was going on with the situation. R.I.P. P&B Rock. You're not from LA, bro. You from Long Beach. You have no business at that Roscoe's. But you was there. That was random to me. I don't know why I even said that, but that was just random how he did that, right? But this is the thing. You're not from LA. You calling out LA podcasters and shit. I think a lot of people got things twisted out here, too, like niggas do fades. I know y'all hear that a lot. Oh, fade. Everybody don't get a fade. That's what I just want to say off the rip. Like, that's just not like, you know what I mean? That's like maybe like an urban legend for everybody outside. It's like everybody don't get fades. You got to know somebody or have some ties to someone for a fade. You just think you got to hop out and get a fade. You got to attack somebody to get a fade, right? I want to talk about this, LA podcasters, because I consider myself an LA podcaster, right? I know Bucci not talking about me because I don't get on here talking about fades or nothing. But I just want to say, what LA podcasters have come at you, Brandon, about fighting? Because there's a bunch of us. So it's like, what LA podcasters have come at you about fighting, mixed martial arts, any of them? I'm talking about fades. Just throwing that out there. Like where does that even come from? You feel me? Fight who want to fight. Fight who want to fight. You know what my pops used to tell me? My pops is a Crip from LA. God bless the dead, right? My pops used to tell me, you don't fight nobody who don't want to fight because that makes you a coward. Just throwing that out there. Trying to pick fights with nobody who's asking for fights or nothing. Meanwhile, Jumbie wanted a fade and couldn't get it. But let's continue.
Got some excuses in the inbox. I didn't get any challenges because I would have screenshot them and showed them to you. I got some excuses in the inbox. So, yeah, that's neither here nor there. Nobody wants to do it. He ain't about to pretzel me up. He's not a black belt in jiu-jitsu, but I'm not about to go to his gym. So,
gang, you think somebody letting your ass? Look, we gonna play these. We'll play these fights after this. You think that niggas in LA is letting you do what we about to watch to them? That's out. That's out. And I'll let y'all be the judge of these fights or whatever. I'm sure he got a bunch more fights, but these are the three I found or whatever. And I thought they was all good, like his opponents and everything, because I didn't want to make it seem away like, oh, you know, like this is like, oh, kick Bucci's back in or whatever. But he keep getting online. He keep making these excuses and everything. So it makes one wonder. It makes one wonder. That's how this whole thing started anyway. Him popping it about having a black belt. Again, niggas got spit on. Niggas should have bing off the back. I don't care about your black belt, your purple belt, your green belt, your red belt, your brown belt. A nigga spit on you, that is assault. Get down. Nigga wouldn't have had a chance to pull out no knife. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. But let's continue.
So he can pretzel me up. This is the circular logic of I don't even know what universe you would call this. Fig Community World universe and the No Jumper universe. He's not a real black belt, but I'm scared to go down to the gym to mix it up with him, even though I'm a gangster and a thug from LA and Compton and all these other places. This is just the way it is. This is the way the cookie crumbles, right?
I just want to say this too, because he keeps doing this. I'm an LA from gangster and all this. You know, it's not a lot of gangsters on the internet. I'm gonna just keep it real, bro. Except the niggas you seeing in prison, talking to damn homie. Ain't too many gangsters on the internet podcasting and shit. Just being honest, all the ones I know don't fuck with the internet. Relatives and all that, they don't fuck with the internet. I was trying to have my cousin come up here for I don't know how long. He like, no, sir. No, sir. You know what I'm saying? But you keep saying like you LA gangsters and this, that, and the other. Look, dog, you want to know the truth? The truth is Fig Community World, Back on Fig Community, all these people, they're like you. They was from where they from. They are no longer active and they're doing something different with their life. So why do you keep doing this thing like niggas is actively out here like, oh, pressing lines and stuff, and none of these guys on these podcasts are. From Community to Back on Fig, nobody's out here actively pressing nobody's line in the streets. And that's just a fact. So why you keep saying that is like, that's kind of weird too, bro. Nobody's out here gangbanging. Like, I think that shit is old any damn way. You niggas out here, where you from type shit. Like, nobody's doing that. Not these guys on this podcast. They not. They have far more going for them. And they know like, bro, what do I look like being out here like that? They're just like you, Brandon. They're from somewhere and no longer actively bang. Because, again, you say you're from 20s, right? That's what you said.
On top of that, so then, obviously, Pun, he wasn't trying to catch the fade. He just was talking, oh, this and that.
Bro, where's your neck? I had to get myself on the screen, so I want y'all to see head and shoulders, like the shampoo. Shout out Bucci. I guess that's muscle or something. You know what I'm talking about? That O.J. Simpson head. Let's continue.
He's not tough. His big ass didn't come down. So then, obviously, the people who consume the content, you got people who are clout chasers jumping on board, trying to challenge me. Brandon, you suck. You doing jiu-jitsu, stolen dollar, taking point and shoots talking points. You're right, Goat News. I am definitely the king of LA right now. Definitely the podcast king of LA right now, for sure. right? Zero.
Bro, you don't even have an LA podcast. This guy crazy. And he like Big Mama low key. Big Mama did bring him in to No Jumper though, right? Okay, because I'm getting Big Mama vibes. He said I'm the LA king of podcasting. That's wild. You don't even got an LA hat.
Fades called, zero fades answered, and and this is where we are, right? I'm just sitting on the throne right now, right? I'm sitting on the throne and I'm enjoying it. But what we're going to talk about today is this guy named Chris Cully, who is this guy Chris Cully, who is a washed up MMA fighter, who I guess was sent by Pun, because Pun said this was his guy, whatever. The guy jumps up on my live stream. You know, I do let people come up, and I'm gonna let some of you guys come up here in a few minutes, so bear with me. He jumps up and the first thing he says is, Brandon, you are doing jujitsu stolen valor. Brandon, you're not really a Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt. He said, I'm a Brazilian jiu-jitsu brown belt, and I'm calling you out. You a BITCH. I'll whip your ass, all this stuff, right? So I'm in my mind like, wait, whoa. You know, because things change in that moment, right? Because up until that point, no one who held any belt rank in jiu-jitsu had called me out and challenged me saying I was a fake black belt, right? So I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, okay, so how do we handle this? Lower belt, brown belt, which is right below black belt, has said that I'm a fake black belt. I'm immediately like, bro, let's get the jiu-jitsu match in. You're saying I'm a fake Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt? We can get on the mat, we can roll it up, and at the end of the 10 minutes or the no time limit, whatever you want to do, after I submit you 15 times, then we're going to know who's really doing jiu-jitsu stolen valor, who's really a real black belt or not. But because Chris Cully is a washed up coward, for some reason, this self-proclaimed jiu-jitsu brown belt, who has challenged his daddy, me, a jiu-jitsu black belt, and said that I am not a real black belt, he does not want to fight in jiu-jitsu. I even went as far to say, hey.
Well, this is what I want to say, right? Bro just called out all the LA podcasters and said they could bring whatever they have to the table, right? You say that you're War Chief's daddy, right? So it shouldn't be nothing for you to go in there on whatever terms he want. Now, this is what I'm saying. I believe there was stipulations on both ends. Brandon wanted things. War Chief wanted things. And I felt like from everything that Brandon said, War Chief said, Viral and Messiah said, that they had come to an agreement on how they was going to do this. So why say all this now? Oh, he wants to do it this way because he's a brown belt and all that. Yeah, he said himself that jiu-jitsu isn't his strong point. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure Bucci would say that there are things that's not his strong points. That's why he want to do jiu-jitsu and only jiu-jitsu, which I'm going to show y'all in a bit exactly what jiu-jitsu is, because there's no throwing hands, no nothing. Nuts to butts, nuts to faces, and some motion. I'm going to just keep it real. It's grappling. It's wrestling. I don't want to disrespect nobody because niggas was in my last video like, niggas, it's called BJJ. I forget what I said, but my bad. I don't want to disrespect nobody, but that shit is too close for comfort. I'm going to just let you know. In a real fight, who want to be doing all that? Not trying to be like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's your strong suit, and that's what you wanted to do. I'm sure there's things that you're not the best at. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you ain't a black belt in all martial arts, right? Okay, just throwing that out there. Just throwing that out there.
Hey, man, look, we can do one round of jujitsu for 10 minutes. After that, we could do any fighting style you want. We can do any fighting style you want. But I got to get my jujitsu fade first because you guys have to understand that a lower belt chart challenging a black belt, that is something in jujitsu that is like extremely disrespectful and it's extremely frowned upon. But because this dude is a coward, right? Because this dude is a coward, he would not even catch my jujitsu fade, even though he claimed that I was a fake black belt. And this is what I've been trying to tell you guys on these streams for the longest. My position as a black belt is solidified. As a matter of fact, the only person you're going to get to challenge it is some washed up meth head, retired MMA fighter living out in Whittier, claiming to be saving the black community by teaching at-risk Mexican youth MMA. I don't know how he's saving the black community by teaching at-risk Hispanic youth MMA, but somehow he said that that's what he's doing, right?
All right. That was comedy. Now, look, this is what I want to say. Brendan is good at talking. I think that's what makes him good at podcasting and everything. Brendan is really good at talking. How he's doing this right here, that was funny. He said he helping out the black community, helping at-risk Mexicans. That's comedy. Bucci's good, man. Bucci's good. I see what you're doing, Bucci.
That's fine. So, you know me, I'm like, you know, I was already done with the fades and all this stuff. We were moving on. We were turning a new leaf. I was coming back from vacation. I was feeling good, looking good. You know, I have a little cold right now, but I was great. The only reason I even responded to Horror Chief, the meth head Muay Thai fighter, is because he claims to be a brown belt in, well, if it's nothing but excuses, why are you here? Allow me to show you the door. I've been having a good time blocking people all day. Anyway,
hey, and mind you, during this whole live, Bucci just blocking people. I want to say this too, like, I'm not into blocking people, right? You got to do something so flagrant, like, you know what I'm saying, be speaking about, like my religion, you feel me? Or saying some racist stuff, like, you know, people go in the chat and be like, N-I-G, like, all that, you're out of here, you feel me? But you could tell that, like, Bucci's good at talking, but I don't know if he's good at the business of content creation. Bro, this is all content. You know what I'm saying? And the people in there say, oh, you're just nothing but excuses. Bro, that's not enough to block somebody. You know what I mean? But that right there says so much. You get what I'm saying? That right there says so much. It shows like how this stuff truly bothers him. Again, when something's not true, you don't really got to do too much about it. Hey, you know that you got a black belt, you honorable, all this shit, then what do you really even have to, you didn't even have to say nothing to War Chief. And you know War Chief would have just been talking to himself and it would have went away. But again, everybody don't understand how this internet shit work. I'm barely getting a grasp of it. And I've been doing this for a year plus now. But you know what I mean? Everybody don't really understand, bro. All you have to do is not say nothing and keep flipping, crawling up niggas' heads, dropping nuts on they. That's all you have to do. You don't have to say nothing. You know what I mean? Just throwing that out there.
So the only reason I paid attention to him is because bro said he was a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And so I'm like, oh yeah, you are a person who is, I thought, initiated, but I have yet to see a brown belt. But he's naming who he's a brown belt under and all this stuff. So I'm like, so basically your instructor, your master, didn't teach you good jiu-jitsu etiquette because you out in these streets calling out black belts who you can't even touch on the mat. So much so that bro is actually scared. I said, let's do the 10-minute round, and he's scared. No, he's already shaking his head. This guy who's supposed to be so brave, right? That's cool, right? So
War Chief ain't look too scared in that garage to me. You didn't even step in the garage, nigga, like a vampire, nigga. Like you, and nigga, That nigga Bucci was acting like Twilight or so, like he needed to be invited in. Nigga, you pulled up for the fade. You know what I'm saying? Bucci acting like it was salt across the motherfucking garage or something. Like, come on, bruh. But you want to say he's a coward and this, that, and the other. Again, I have no horse in the race. I wanted to see the fade. But you saying all these things when this is what I'm gonna say, bro. And then we gonna get into the combat, right? This is what I'm gonna say. It's very hard to dispute something that everybody watched on camera. There are no behind the scenes. You don't have any footage that hasn't already been released. We seen how it went. You can say whatever you want to say about, it's comic books and it's cases. That's cool. But it's hard to dispute something that we all watched online. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's just like, I just really don't understand. But I think Bucci's smart. A lot of niggas like, Bucci's not smart. I think Bucci's intelligent. I just don't think he's too savvy when it comes to the content and all that. But this is what we're going to do. I'm going to pull up a couple fights. Right? He got fights though too. And this is what I'm gonna say. Brandon is a black belt. Shout out Jumby. Jumby was like, he got it fighting old people and kids or something like that. But nonetheless, Bucci is a black belt. I believe. Right? I do believe he's a black belt. But we're gonna get into a couple of these fights, right? I want y'all to just see the fights and everything. We just fight night with Gangland. You know what I'm talking about? Fight night with Gangland. We gonna do this up. And we'll just let y'all see what this about. This is Brandon Tucker versus Vitor Pascal. Y'all can see this right here. I'm gonna pull it up right here. I believe this was in like 2013 or something like that. Boom. And I'm only doing this just to show y'all, like, a little about, what he be on. Because, he talks about his skills and whatnot. So, you know what I'm saying? Just show y'all this real quick. Shout out all the good people in the building. Continue to smash them likes. Get them likes going crazy for me. You know what I mean? But let's do this.
This should be an interesting match. Brandon Tucker is a big guy. Really, really strong. Good wrestling. And Vitor
285 versus 155. Height difference, 2 inches. You know what I'm saying? Just throwing that out there. Bucci was a blue belt. Homie was a brown belt. You know what I mean? Y'all can see all that on the screen. His gym is the Jiu-Jitsu League. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue.
Or if you watched him, if you were able to see his matches, really, really technical guard.
From Kyle, we have Mr. Vitor Pascual.
Pascual, that's a name, boy.
And from Jiu-Jitsu League, we have Mr. Brandon Tucker.
Here we go, Brandon Tucker against Vitor Pascual. Both competitors getting ready. Be very interesting to see without the gi what Vitor is going to do. If he's going to actually try to take Brandon down or if he's going to pull guard. There's no deductions if he pulls guard. Brandon coming in on a takedown. Both men go out of bounds.
That's Bucci's move right there. Y'all pay attention.
The referee, Jimmy Serra, brings him back to the action. Vitor establishing guard. Brandon's bringing him back down.
Niggas close as hell, boy.
Brandon trying to make some posture, trying to...
Also, pay attention to this. This is a 133-pound weight difference in favor of Bucci.
Separate the legs there to set up his pass. Vitor holding on.
Niggas
0-0.
making love, boy.
Got about 5 minutes left in this matchup.
That's some rough sex. That's rough sex. Look, look. Hey, look. No disrespect to nobody in MMA or grappling or none of that. So, nigga, don't be in my comments talking about, nigga, get on the mat because that's what I'm not doing. Because that's what I'm not doing. Nigga, that's out. I never do this. Never. It don't look like Bucci's just having his way. I'll say that. Like, give me some love, nigga. Give me a kiss, nigga. Give me a kiss, nigga. You gonna get this love. You gonna get this love, nigga. Ain't no hands being thrown. This shit different, y'all.
You know, 4 minutes left. Brandon trying to pass. Vitor getting his leg over the shoulder there. Looks like setting up a triangle, but Brandon's got tons of pressure coming down on him.
285 pounds of pressure coming down on that 155-pound man.
Not too sure if he's going to be able to triangle big Brandon Tucker. And it's always cool to see these big weight differential matches, the open weight championship matches. People love to see
open weight, okay.
Real jiu-jitsu. You know, smaller guys compete against the big. Brandon continuing the pressure pass here. Vitor on the bottom, trying to hold on, trying to establish a triangle, trying to get the triangle, switching out to an omoplata, maybe. That must be so much weight coming down. Oh, look at that. Brandon opening the guard now. Brandon going for the pass. Here we go. Can he get to the back? No. Vitor reestablishes his half guard.
And I'm going to be honest with you, man. That's pretty much how that fight goes. Now, I will say we could just go to the end. Brandon wins this bout because I want to show you he won this, just for the record, so we all know what's going on. He did win that.
It's up. 0-0. Let's see what the referees decide.
Yeah, you're gonna have to think about, you know, the triangle attempt versus the positioning. So I guess you gotta go with the rules. Let's see what's gonna happen.
Let's see what the referees decide here.
Yeah.
And it looks like...
Yeah, 2 reds against 1 blue. So they got the positioning.
Your winner
So.
by referee decision from Jiu-Jitsu League, Mr. Brandon Tucker.
It's good match.
Boom. And that's that. A cool little match. I don't know, any of y'all who into BJJs, y'all let me know what y'all think about that match. We can get to this next one. But y'all see the size difference. Again, that was a 133-pound difference between Bucci and his opponent. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull up one where it's like around the same size. Now this dude is a bit bigger than Bucci, but let's see what he do with someone around his size. Because this is what I'll say about the last dude. The last dude was substantially smaller, but this is called open weight competitions or whatever. So it didn't matter. And homie walked in there with him. But again, it didn't look like he was just having his way with that 155-pound man. Just throwing that out there. He wasn't having his way. You know what I mean? So we can get into this next one. This was in Abu Dhabi. Bro been travel too. He been doing this for a minute. And that shit dope. When I was looking this stuff up, I was like, damn, bro really been around doing this. Shout out to bro for that. You know what I'm saying? Because I guess he left the streets and hit the mat. And I'm not mad at that. Shout out to that. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to that for sure. But let's peep this next one. Two big fellas. Y'all remember that move from the first fight? I said, pay attention. That's Bucci move. Pay attention. He like to go in and do you up, throw that weight on you. That's his strong suit. Rightfully so. He got all the weight. But his ass is clumsy. That's what I'm gonna say. He clumsy. This is the same shit that happened at No Jumper. It's the same exact shit that happened at No Jumper. Feel me? Bucci trying to be all extra going in, boop, and fall twice. Just throwing that out there. And this why you niggas will never get me on no mat. And this why you niggas will never get me on no mat. Big bruh got his nuts all on Bucci Bear conscious. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Again, no disrespect to y'all because I know y'all do y'all shit. You gotta be certain type of niggas to do this. You know what I'm saying? So respect. You feel me? But this is why ain't no damn way. Ain't no damn way, bro. Ain't no way. Nuts all on his head. Bucci looking like his opponent in the last fight.
Isso aí é o peso grotesco, brother. Não é não?
This shit different too. You can actually grab on people's like they cloth and shit and move them and all that. This shit different. This shit different. I know both these niggas super tired, for sure. Fight back, Bucci. Fight back. Nigga pony look like Biz Markie. Boy was wrestling Mark Henry. You know what I'm talking about? Straight up. Now, we'll get into one more fight. Now, Bucci lost that fight. You could tell from the last fight how that went and how Bucci won. Oh boy won too, because I guess it's just like who's dominant on the ground or who makes somebody tap or something like that. You feel me? Pardon me, because I don't know all the ins and outs. You feel me? Again, I don't do BJJs. But this last clip we will get into, this was about, I feel like this was like evenly matched, right? And that's why I wanted to pull up the smaller dude, one a bit bigger, and then one his size, right? And they both purple belts and all that, so we could get into this and see how this fight went. Shout out to all my good subs. Continue to smash them likes for me. I appreciate y'all. You feel me? I appreciate y'all. All right, so let's get into this one. This is Brandon Tucker versus David Moorhead. This was February 2014. This was a good one too, I ain't gonna lie.
Yes, sir. So, call your name in a little bit. Yeah. What's that going to be? Michael Leon Jr. Michael.
Squeezing niggas up. That shit's crazy, bro.
Women's open division. Blue belts, please report to mat 6. Women's blue belt open division, please report to mat 6. Attention no-gi competitors. We're going to start the no-gi shortly. So you get these open divisions started. All no-gi competitors, we're going to be starting shortly.
That's wild. I know niggas be having wild injuries doing this shit. I'm just watching how like Brandon, like you see how he put his knee in the back of bro's knee and shit. Like this is all kind of, I don't know, this is crazy. And weight seems like it seems like it would help a lot in this specifically, which just throwing that out there. You heard Bucci earlier in the video say, I just wanted my 10 minutes. He was going to try to wreck War Chief. He was gonna try to wreck War Chief in that 10 minutes, bruh. Look at this shit. This is different, bro. You can't kick or hit. No striking. Homie trying to put the nuts on his neck. Get off me.
There you go.
This is interesting too. You go out of bounds and you got to start in the same exact position that you was before you got out of bounds. This shit different, y'all.
Go for that drop. There you go. Bring it back in. Bring it back in. Stand up. You gotta stand up. Stand up and turn up. Right there on the block.
This shit interesting, I ain't even gonna lie. Look at that. Yeah, you see how Brandon was jumping, like throwing his knee in, bro? Like, I know these niggas be booked up at the end of these fights, bro. How could you not? Especially fighting Bucci ass. God damn. Look at this. Look at this, y'all. Watch this shit. What? I want to run this back real quick because I know y'all didn't expect that. Because I didn't. I did not expect that shit. Other homie got some skills. Straight up, we're going to run that back because I didn't even see how he did that, bro. I'm going to tell you, I watched this by myself. I was so interested. I watched a gang of these. And I'm like, damn, that was wild. How homie just like, it's like he set himself up to flip into that position. That shit was ill. That's why you can't with them niggas. All y'all out there, oh nigga, I'll go away. Pay attention, bro. This ain't no regular shit. This not from the shoulders, gang. This is not that. Straight up. But watch how he flipped homie into this. This shit was crazy. This was crazy. Look how he's setting it up, though. Look how he's setting it up. Whoa. That's fire. That's fire. And Bucci tapped. Now, again, this is what I'm going to say. In Bucci's defense, you know what I'm saying? I did the interview with War Chief, and he was like, bro, got his black belt from, like, old people and kids and women. I don't know anything about that, but what I can say is when I went through everything, Bucci got hella fights on record, as does War Chief, you know what I'm saying? But again, just to the point of like, you know, everybody like, oh, he got the Timu belt. I don't really know where the black belt came from or how he got it or whatever, but what I do know is the man practiced martial arts, BJJs and all this shit. He do it. You can look it up yourself. That's what I did. I was like Brandon Tucker, MMA or whatever, and shit's come right up. You know what I'm saying? But you know, Bucci's into the martial arts. I'm not going to try to act like, oh, you know, and as far as stolen valor and how niggas get their belts and all that, you got to go to the pros for that. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to show y'all that. It's like, you know, I mean, I would say that's, you can gauge his skill a bit from just seeing that. Like I said, I showed you him with dude who was wild smaller. I showed you him with dude that was a bit bigger. And then somebody looked like his weight, his size, you know what I mean? And look how that went. So just throwing that out there, he tapped. You know what I'm saying? But again, I'd really like to have Bucci on the platform and do like I did with War Chief, just to talk to him, because I got like specific questions I want to ask. You know what I'm saying? Because I am curious about it, and all the stuff that he speak about. And again, you know, he is who he is. They're both fighters, official fighters and all that. But I just feel like it was so many excuses for somebody who is a decorated black belt, because that's how he fancies himself, a decorated black belt. So I'm just throwing that out there. You know what I mean? Shout out to Bucci. Shout out to War Chief. You feel me? Hopefully we could get that going. You know what I mean? I don't think that should be over. I think they should get that in. Y'all find a gym and do it up. I think that'll be dope for the people, for content, for them both. Maybe they'll have another level of respect for each other or whatever. But nuts to butts, nuts to guts, nuts on necks, nuts upon heads. I'm not with none of it. So just know that. I'm not grappling no niggas. Don't get in my comments talk about, Neem, you don't know shit. Nigga, come to the gym. Catch these hands. Let niggas start flipping around me. Fucking niggas talking about. Y'all niggas crazy. You niggas crazy. Now, for anybody looking for any kind of marketing or promotion when it comes to this YouTube content creation, make sure y'all tap in with @DreaTheVirgo on Instagram. Again, that's @DreaTheVirgo on Instagram. Serious inquiries only. She working with a bunch of different content creators throughout all the sectors. She can help you with anything from views to viewer retention, thumbnails, monetization, copyright strikes, whatever it is. Contact @DreaTheVirgo on Instagram. Serious inquiries only. But I gave y'all a piece right here, man. This was a piece. This is not edited or anything. I just did this for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, comment down below. Let me know what y'all think about the video. Comment down below. Let me know what you think about Bucci's skill. Again, he says, oh, if you're not a martial artist, I don't want to try. You don't do this because you don't respect it. Hey, man, we can all make commentary on shit, especially public shit. And that's just what it is. So y'all let me know what y'all think about Bucci's skills. I done showed y'all him with someone smaller, him with someone bigger, and him with someone his size. And we saw how all three of those matches went. So y'all comment down below and let me know what y'all think about all this, man. It's your boy Gangland Neem. Peace.